Do you see national currencies just going the way of the dinosaur in the decades ahead? Or how do you see the coexistence, if any, of Bitcoin and fiat currency in the decades ahead?
Well, I'm sure there will be.
You guys also highlighted, that basically this monopoly on currency that governments have become accustomed to enjoying, right? Where, it's the only business in the world where you can go out and make a bunch of bad decisions, incur a bunch of debts, and then due to the monopoly on currency, you can just print your way out of it, basically. You just print money to pay all your bills and paper over your bad decisions, et cetera, et cetera. But as you, I would say, accurately predicted, now this is still playing out. Clearly, Bitcoin's still early days, but that option, that revenue option for governments to just inflate the currency supply is being foreclosed by the emergence of something like Bitcoin. So, do you see national currencies just going the way of the dinosaur in the decades ahead? Or how do you see the coexistence, if any, of Bitcoin and fiat currency in the decades ahead?
Well, I'm sure there will be a long period of coexistence. If you look back at the end of the domination of the church in Europe, where it was a suzerainty, there was a suzerainty of the Pope and other religious figures over a bunch of ruffians who were, basically Hell's Angels on horseback, who ran the societies of Europe from the fall of the Roman Empire through the emergence of the gunpowder cultures. This was not the ideal political governance of the civics books. It was a bunch of thugs on horseback, very similar to what you'd find in a town if Hell's Angels came in and took over. Mm-hmm. You'd have to be able to stand up to the Hell's Angels to make an argument that would be persuasive. Mm-hmm. And not many people are prepared by the virtue of their own fears or physical attributes to take on Hell's Angels. They're all revving up their engines and they've got their chains in hand. And, mm-hmm. They can beat the crap out of you in a heartbeat, kill you, mm-hmm. and get away with it probably. So but it didn't, when it all came to an end, when it started coming to an end, it wasn't a uniform change. If you look at the little Republic of San Marino, which became an independent republic in the last days of the Roman Western Empire, survived through the Byzantine suzerainty over Italy. We call them Byzantines today, but they thought they were Romans. If you said to Emperor Boris II, "Oh, you're probably the smartest Byzantine emperor since Constantine," he would say, "What?" He thought he was the Roman emperor. He didn't think he was the Byzantine. He'd never heard of that. But they did survive, and there were strange, hard to predict anomalies that were at work. And I'm not sure exactly how they're all going to play out. I haven't thought it through carefully enough to even pretend to make a guess. But I think that we're going to see less and less fiat money, more and more cryptocurrency, and technology will be incorporated in ways that provide benefits to societies. Economies are better off when they are solvent. And it isn't an illusion or just a fantasy that sound money is good for economic prosperity. So I think we'll get a lot of that, a lot of sound money.